this video, we're gonna talk about the author, the plot summary, and main characters. The first thing we're gonna tell you is a little part about the author. The second thing are the main characters, and last but not least, the plot summary. Lauren Weisberger is born in 1977. She's an American novelist and author of the bestseller The Devil Wears Prada. Weisberger was born in Pennsylvania. She's Jewish and she has one sister. Her name is Dana. Her parents divorced when she was 11 years old and she and her sister lived with her mother for the rest of her life. Until recently. Recently, she moved to New York. She attended Cornell University in New York, where she was an English major and sorority member of Alpha Epsilon Phi, graduating in 1999. After college, she traveled as a backpacker through Europe, Israel, Egypt, Jordan, Thailand, India, Nepal, and Hong Kong. Returning home, she moved to Manhattan and was hired as Winter's assistant at Vogue. She was there for 10 months before leaving along with features editor Richard Story. Will Weisberger said she felt out of place at the magazine. Managing editor Laurie Jones later said she seemed to be a perfectly happy, lovely woman. Weisberger and Story began working for Departures magazine, an American Express publication, where she wrote 100-word reviews and became an assistant editor. She also published a 2004 article in Playboy magazine. Lauren Weisberger has written 3 more books. They are called Last Night at Chateau Marmont, Chasing Harry Winston, and Everyone Worth Knowing. The main character of the book is Andrea or Andy Sachs. She's a recent Brown University graduate who works as a junior personal assistant to a powerful and tyrannical fashion magazine editor. The second main character is Miranda Priestley. She's the British-born editor-in-chief of Runway, a very chic and influential magazine published by the Elias Clark Company. She's known for wearing a white Hermes scarf someday. She's very thin and wants to go to the Paris Fashion Week. Emily Charlton, Miranda's former junior assistant, now her senior assistant. She and Andrea have a conflicted relationship. Lily Goodwin, a free-spirited graduate student in Russian literature and Columbia with curly black hair. She and Andrea are best friends for a long time. Nigel, a very tall British gay man who, in addition to serving as Runway's creative editor, frequently appears on television as a fashion consultant and one of the stars of the magazine. James, another gay man at Runway who works as the beauty department who befriends Andrea. He jokes about calling him fat on days when she feels unattractive. Jill, Andrea's older sister, who is married and lives in Houston, where she began to affect a southern accent, much to Andrea's displeasure. Benjamin, referred to as Benji. He's Lily's ex-boyfriend, but it seems that he and Lily have stayed in touch even though they have broken up. She's mentioned in the book only briefly, but she was involved in a car accident with Lily. Andrea Sachs, a recent graduate of Brown with a degree in English, moves to New York hoping to find a job into publishing. She travels with her friend Lily, a graduate student at Columbia, and blankets the city with her resume, hoping for a foot in the door of the magazine industry to further her dream of working for the New Yorker. She gets a surprise interview at the Elias Clark Group and is hired as a junior assistant of Miranda Priestley, editor-in-chief of the fashion magazine Runway. Although she knows little of the fashion world, she's told repeatedly that a million girls would die for a job. Andrea is told that if she manages to work for Miranda for a year, she can never pick up jobs within the magazine industry. Despite the lavish perks that come with her job, free designer clothes, generous expense accounts, she finds out that Miranda is tyrannical. At a celebrity party, Andrea meets Christian Collinsworth, a charismatic Yale graduate who has been identified as the hot upcoming writer of their generation. They become attracted to each other. complicating her relationship with her boyfriend Alex. Andrea's relationship becomes complicated because of her new job. Lily increasingly turns to alcohol and picking up dubious men to relieve the pressures of graduate school. Alex, struggling with his own demanding job as an inner-city schoolteacher, grows frustrated with Andrea's long hours and constant stress. Andrea's relationship with her family also suffers. Matters finally come to a head when her co-worker Emily gets monologious and Andrea must travel to Paris with Miranda in her stead. Andrea agrees, although this will mean cancelling a long-away trip with Alex. In Paris, she has a surprise encounter with Christian. Later that night, Miranda finally lets her down and asks Andrea what she has learned and where she would like to work afterwards. She promises to place phone calls to people she knows at New Yorker on Andrea's behalf once her year is up and suggests that she take some small writing assignment at Runway. Back at the hotel, Andrea gets urgent calls from Alex and her parents asking her to call them. She does so and learns that Lily is comatose after driving drunk and wrecking a car. Though Andrea is pressured by her family and Alex to return home, she tells Miranda she will honor her commitment to Runway. Miranda is pleased and tells her that her future in magazine publishment is bright. It's a Paris fashion show for Christian Dior. However, Miranda phones her with yet another impossible demand. Andrea finally realizes that her family and friends are more important than her job, and realizes to her horror that she's becoming more and more like Miranda. She refuses to comply with Miranda's latest outrageous request. When Miranda scolds her publicity, Andrea replies, "Fuck you, Miranda, fuck you." She's fired on the spot and returns home to reconnect with her friends and family. Her romantic relationship with Alex is beyond repair, but they remain friends. Lily recovers and fares well in the court for her charge, receiving only community service.